Welcome to my channel Adhyan with Flow. Further continuation of chapter 15. Let's start with growth rate. There is two kind of growth rate is represented here, arithmetic and geometric. Let's start with arithmetic growth rate. Meristematic growth. Okay, and this is the exponential growth. Let's start with meristematic growth. How they growth, the procedure, how they growth. What is the mechanism of their growing style? One cell divided into two cell, you know now. This cell attain function. This is the meristematic cell. This meristematic cell have potency to divide and divide, but they also produce one functional cell. So meristematic cell divide and produce one dividing cell, and one functional cell. So functional cell can't divide further. So this cell again divide, this cell again divide. This is the previous cell, and now this is the new cell, and this is the dividing cell. This is this and this divided into two parts, one functional cell and one dividing cell. Now this dividing cell divided into again two cell. Look at here. This is the previous, this cell, and here this cell. And when this cell divided into two parts, this cell is functioning and this is still dividing. So this is the growth rate of arithmetic growth rate. This growth we call it as arithmetic growth rate. Means one meristematic cell can divide it into two cells. They form one dividing cell and they form one functional cell. Now dividing cell again divide into two cells. Now this cell attain the function. And this cell also present in their dividing form. This cell again divide. One cell is functional cell or one cell is dividing cell. One cell is functional cell and one cell is dividing cell. Again this dividing cell divide, and one cell produce functional cell and one still dividing cell. So meristematic arithmetic growth rate look like in this formula. One is dividing cell, one is functional cell. Then again dividing cell divided into two parts, functional cell and again dividing cell. So this is the arrangement of meristematic arithmetic growth rate. And now what is exponential? This is the normal. One cell divided into two, no function, nothing, not can't decide. Then again further divided into two, this cell again divided further into two. Guys, this is the orientation, this is the exponential, and this is the arithmetic. Okay, now other cell, they show geometric phase. This is the zygote. We know now when egg and sperm get fused, they form zygote, N and 2N, and this zygote cell divide and again divide. Already one cell divided into two parts, and two cell divide and form four cell. Four cell divide and produce eight cell. Eight cell divide and produce 16 cells. So here to here they show geometric phase, and here to here after gastrulation, after some specific stage, they show arithmetic phase. During arithmetic phase, one cell can still divide and one cell get function. This cell again divide and this cell get function. This cell again divide and this cell get function. But here this cell divide produce two cell. This cell again divide and produce two cell. This cell again divide and produce. There they increase their number. Okay, they increase their number. Okay, they constantly increase their number. Look at here, they constantly increase their number. Clear, guys? Look at here, this is the graph. This is the graph of our arithmetic growth. Means this is the time and this is the height of the plant. At a particular time we start, the plant can germinate. This much height in their specific timing. This much height at that timing, this much height in this timing. So according to their time, growth constantly, height constantly increase. Okay, this is the formula of arithmetic growth rate. We can calculate arithmetic growth rate by this formula. This is the LT. They show length at a time t. If we change, if examiner change this term, we assume weight. So don't be panic. Okay, this formula is same. Okay, according to weight ratio, calculate the time. According to this time, the weight of the plant. According to this time, weight of the plant. If they change their alphabets, don't be panic. L note, length at a 0 time means initial rate, initial when no growth, and this is the length of at the time t. This is the time t, and tell me what is the growth. R, what is the R? It is the growth rate and elongation per unit time. So this is the formula, remember it. This is the formula of arithmetic growth rate. Look at here, this is the formula of geometric growth rate. This is the formula of geometric growth rate. We can call it as a exponential growth. This is the straight curve. This is the straight line curve. This is the straight line curve. Constantly growth. Constantly growth rate at a time t. Here exponential growth. Here exponentially growth. 1 divided into 2, 2 divided into 4 cell. Exponentially they grow. They increase their number. Okay. Here to here, this phase we can call it as a lag phase. This is the preparatory phase. This is the growth rate phase. How they grow. Look at this. Exponentially increase. At a particular time, this is the growth. At particular this time, highest growth. But after increasing time, they stop. Stationary phase. Why they stop? Why? Because guys, nutrient is limited, means food is limited, habitat is limited, niche is limited, their partner also limited. Okay, their space is also limited. So after some time they reach at their stationary phase where they don't grow. If they can't if they get proper food, if they do not take a proper food diet, if they do not have any kind of habitat and niche, they can't grow. So this is the formula of exponential growth. W1 W0 e की power RT. What is the V1? This is the final size, is equal to V0. This is the initial size. What is the E? This is the logarithmic value. And what is the T? T for time of growth. And what is the R? R is the growth rate. This is the formula of, there is no difference between exponential growth formula and arithmetic. Look at here, this formula. Wait. Too much similar guys, too much similar. Don't be confused. Too much similar. Okay, you have to remember these two formula. Now let's start with some absolute growth and relative growth. Let's start with discussion about absolute growth and relative growth. How we can find absolute growth and how we can find relative growth. Assume this is the leaf A and this is the leaf B. At an initial time, this is the surface area ratio of leaf A is 5 centimeter. 5 centimeter square. And now at the initial time, leaf B have their surface area ratio is 50 centimeter square. 50 centimeter square. They increase. How much? They increase at a specific time 10 centimeter square, and they increase 55 centimeter square. Overall absolute growth is 5 centimeter square in leaf A and absolute growth of leaf B is particular time. Overall absolute growth of leaf B is 5 centimeter per square. Both are same. Both are same. Now calculate the relative growth. Calculate the relative growth. How we calculate the relative growth? How we can calculate the relative growth? Absolute value divided by their initial value and into 100. Means leaf A, they show 100% relative growth. And let's calculate leaf B relative growth. Now what is the absolute value of leaf B? 5. And what is the initial value of leaf B? 50. But they show only 10% relative growth. So which leaf show highest relative growth? Leaf A. So this is how we can calculate absolute value and relative growth. Whatever I explain here, all are things written here. And now here is some conditions. Here are some conditions for growth. Only meristematic tissues are not responsible for cell growth. Other factors also affect the growth. Like they need proper oxygen or CO2 level. They need proper water level. They need, listen to me guys, very specific. They need some light. They need temperature. Some plants require low temperature, some plants require high temperature. Okay, some plants flower in their low temperature and some plants show flowering in high temperature. Some plants show depend on their salinity. They can balance their osmotic pressure. Other factors like nutrients. So these are also important in the plant growth guys. Only individually meristematic tissues are not responsible for cell growth. This is not a one factor which affect plant growth. Gases level also affect plant growth. Water level definitely effect on the plant growth. Light, temperature, salinity, nutrients means minerals, they also affect the plant growth guys. Minerals, it may be micro, they require in small amount. It may be macro, they require in large amount. Some are essential and some are semi essential. Yeah, so different type of characters, different type of factors depends on cell growth and plant growth. So this is all about condition of growth. In our next video we will discuss about differentiation, dedifferentiation and redifferentiation. So that's all for now. We will meet in our next video. Thank you for giving me such a time. Keep smiling and subscribe my channel guys. Please support. Thank you.